This video is only meant for educational and entertainment purposes, and I will not be responsible for any of the actions that you take. Hey people, it's day 7. Yes, that's 1 week since I've been posting videos, and I'm really excited about being consistent for 1 week. I mean, it's not an easy task to do. So yes, we'll be talking about being consistent and God and habits and whatnot. Let's get into the topic. Okay, so consistency. It's something that is very crucial in everyone's life, right? I mean, everyone does agree that up to some extent, consistency is a very vital role of one's character and development. Of course, it's hard to build. It's a hard habit to build. I mean, habit is being consistent. So, how to be consistent, or more precisely, why do you want to be consistent? You can't be consistent until you have a reason, right? So, being consistent in one thing is definitely not an easy task to do, but the only source that can always help you is that willpower. No matter what, you just say to yourself, no matter whatever the situation is, you'll keep hitting it. You'll keep hitting it no matter what. Like, there's a thunderstorm. No, I don't care. I'm just doing whatever I promise myself. It's something to do with your willpower. I mean, like, you want to do it no matter whatever the cost is, right? So that's the only mantra. I mean, I can say. I mean, there will be a ton of videos which will show you how to be very consistent and etc. I mean, they might tell you the methods and on how to make it much simpler or something. But the only one and only secret is that an open secret is that you gotta hit it no matter what. So that's one thing that will push you. I mean, it will bring a little order in your life, right? So yeah, that's how you can be consistent. I mean, but sure, there should be a good enough reason for why you're being consistent also. I have been consistent in brushing my teeth every day. I mean, it's been around 1.5 years. I didn't miss a single day. And yeah, my oral health is very good, actually, to be honest. I mean, when I last checked up with the dentist, well, I did not have any kind of problems, and was really healthy. You know, it was a small task that I promised myself to do. I mean, no matter what, just before going to bed, you're taking the brush, and immediately after you're waking up, you're taking the brush. So that's a small thing for sure, and it's an easy task. But doing it every day is what makes it tough, right? I mean, anyone can do it for, say, 1 week, a month, 2 months, 6 months max. But then how will you be consistent forever? That comes with your willpower, and that will actually be a very important factor in your character and your personality, because it's not something that you can directly show its effects on, but it plays in the background. You have to get that. Uh, and it's not really that tough once you get into the habit of doing something consistently for quite a while, like 6 months, 8 months. You'll just get into it. Like, it'll become a part of your routine. It'll become a part of your life in in any in any case, I guess. Not. I made small changes into my life, like yes, reading a book, sure, reading a book before going to bed, taking a brush, and also I've been practicing dictation from 6 months. Didn't miss that a single day. I mean, it helped me a lot to know, or it has given me an it's given me a solution to how I can make things uh, consistent for me. I mean that how do I make things simpler so I can do it every day? I mean that's something I learned from that. Uh, it's definitely very beneficial. I would recommend anyone to try to bring in consistency in their life. And that's pretty much it for that topic. Let's get into God. Well, that's one huge controversial topic to talk about, but then I will still take it because it's an interesting topic that can I never run out of you, thoughts about that. Although yes, I have made my own theory of what if God is there and what if God isn't there. And you can't really be. I mean, I can't really be sure if of God is being there because I've never come into direct contact or something. Nothing of that sort. Uh, at the same time, I can't completely deny it because otherwise, why would there be such huge mass of population believing in it? So, fine. I believe that God is definitely not there. I am an atheist. At the same time, not like complete atheist. You can say around 98% and 2%. I'm not a theist, but I do believe there's something out there. Well, it doesn't make sense why we require a creator for something to exist. Because if you see, uh, universe is just something that was just there. I mean, Big Bang is a theory, but we don't really know for sure how it worked out. But universe was just there, and we're just reinterpretation of the atoms and molecules, right? There's not really something that's being created. So in that case, why can't we just accept the fact that God doesn't exist? I mean, exists. Uh, he hasn't created the universe. I mean, the universe is just there. It was just always there. I mean, it's funny how God has only spoken to us. We being way too tiny for God to speak only to us in the entire universe. It's really funny. It's amusing. So, in that mode of thinking, it obviously doesn't make any sense for a God to exist. I mean, it can be something that we humans came up with, or maybe as I've heard, some wise men came up with back in the ancestral days that, well, there's not really any purpose to live, so let's make rules so that people don't just end up their lives and kill themselves for for the fact that nothing really matters. So I think that's actually a very sensible theory, because there's no really proof of anything that can happen right now, which were a casual in those days. So I think I'm pretty sure it's just that religion was made by those wise men to bring uh, peace and order as to why we have to live and experience life. That's that's a fact I can accept. Not really. That's a theory I can accept. Well, suppose there is God. I was just thinking, uh, well, why does he? Why would he have to care about any individual? And in the sense, doesn't matter. I mean, how do we matter to him? Like, what are we doing? What great are we doing that he has to come and check upon us? Or I don't know, man. You gotta understand the fact that, uh, well, God is definitely not gonna help you out or something, because what are you to him? Like, doesn't matter. It's just that you depend on him. I mean, most of the religious cults that have come up, they just depend on him or her, whatever it is. I mean, you don't give the chance for yourself to put in the effort. There are quite a number of cases where they completely depend on God and just don't put much of their own efforts. I mean, there are cases where they put a lot of efforts, still depend on God. You blame him for whatever reason, whether it's happiness, you blame him, whether it's bad, you blame him. It's funny. In India, it's really funny, and how uh, people bring in God to almost each and every topic. Okay, see, my theory of God is that, well, fine, if he does exist or whatever, uh, let him be there. What's bothering you? What you shouldn't do is depend on him. Believe that he's the only one that will bring good to you, or just let go of your thinking and your rational capacity into believing such utter nonsense. You got to live with your free will, man. And okay, that's how it works. I mean, you just got to live with your free will. I mean, you as a person should learn and grow, and just does not believe in things some old scripture says, right? That we're not sure of how accurate they are. According to Bhagavad Gita, it says that you're a part of God. Uh, you come onto this earth and you got to perform uh, and act in accordance with the rules and regulations and whatnot. You have to pray to God every day, so one day you'll just return back to him. Why the fuck do you care? Huh? Well, see, you don't really know what happened before this life, what is going to happen to you after this life. You have no freaking idea. So, why not just live however you want, and not want to go back to God? Because, well, maybe this janma you might not go back, but next janma you might go back. So as of this janma, you can just do whatever you want. Be free will. Don't be controlled by um, these missionaries, which might be convincing to some people or most kind of people, but I don't really agree that you have to be in such a way. You got to critically think of what they're actually telling you, and you got to come up with your own theories. I'm not saying that Bhagavad Gita is bad or whatever. Of course, I'm not saying. Don't take it that way. I'm just trying to say that, well, if you want to follow it and do it, not a problem. But all I'm asking you, or what I do, is that I've come to a conclusion that I don't want to follow those rules and go back to God. I mean, I might go back maybe in the next Janma, but this time I just want to enjoy what I want, and I just want to do, I just want to be free of rules. You see, religious rules. So that's one thing I follow. I mean, it it's really nice for me, though I'm not really sure if how it would work out for you. Uh, but that's how I practice it, and it's up to you whether you want to be bound to rules and go back to God. Just go back. I mean, you do what you got to do. Well, that's my theory, and I think that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, I've spoken a lot. I'm speaking a lot these days. Well, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.